the top left back and the sunshine shining.
What's up, guys? It is Garrett Delano from the Party Animals, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a Q&A today. I usually wanted to do these maybe once a week or twice a month or something like that. I haven't done them in a while, so my apologies for that. I started a members-only channel on YouTube called the 777 Squad. If you are interested and you want some unedited content, members-only live streams, different perks during vlogs and stuff like that, you can click the join button below this video and join the squad. And in that members only section, I asked for you guys to send me some questions for me to answer. So this is what I'm going to be doing in this vlog. I got probably 20 questions or so that I'm going to answer. The first one being, what has been your proudest accomplishment so far professionally and personally? Well, professionally, the only thing I've done is be a banana ball player. I worked construction for about 5 months. Other than that, this has been my only job, so I would say professionally, I would say over the last 2 years, the amount of followers I've gained on all the socials, I believe I'm over 250,000 now. I'd have to double check that, maybe not. Somewhere around 250,000 followers, which 2 years ago I had probably between YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram, I probably had 3,000 followers total across all platforms. So yeah, that would be probably what I'm most proud of professionally so far. What is one thing outside of your normal life, hunting, baseball, that you do that would surprise us? Well, I do jiu-jitsu. That probably won't surprise a lot of you because I've talked about it a lot, but let me think of something I do besides. So hunting, banana ball, jiu-jitsu. I would say cooking. I like to cook. I like to cook the animals that I've gotten, so I would say cooking is a slight hobby. I'm not a great cook, but I do enjoy it. So there might be some cooking content coming soon on the members only channel on YouTube. So that's my second plug to join that channel. So would you ever pitch in a showdown? For those of you that don't know, instead of extra innings and banana ball, we play showdowns, and that's basically one hitter, one pitcher. Pitcher pitches it, hitter hits it. You got to go chase it, throw it home before the hitter gets there. I'm usually a starting pitcher, so I don't do them normally. I've done one in my career, and I lost it. So I doubt there's going to be many showdowns for you, boy. I've gotten so used to starting, and you know, me and Brett, we start. Ponce starts sometimes, and Drew Gillespie, he's most of the time our showdown guy, so we've kind of got a good thing cooking there. I would do it, though. Hey, listen, Vava tells me, Vava's our coach, by the way. Vava tells me, hey, you're pitching the showdown? I'm pitching the showdown. So I would do it. I've done it once. Didn't go great, but I'm down to do it again. What is the story behind 777? So I actually made a video last week. Last week explaining the origin of 777 in its entirety. I'm going to make a long story short for this one. Our coach, Mike Vivacis, he took number 7. I asked for it. He said, nah, I like it. It means a lot to me. All right, cool. So that year I made my number 77 for no reason other than 2 sevens. Then coming into last year, I went with 777s because 1, we were going to Vegas for our first Party Animal headliner game. So 777s, gambling, Vegas, all that cool stuff. And 2, I just thought it looked cooler. More marketable, and yeah, I just thought it was cooler. So I'm sticking with 777s. What's the advantage or disadvantage of playing on turf? So the biggest advantage, especially in Savannah, is you don't have to worry about field maintenance. It is very expensive up front, but once the turf's down, you don't really have to do much. You kind of got to groom it every now and again, but there's not much. So a lot of rain in Savannah. I have pulled both on and off the tarp thousands of times. Maybe not thousands, but a lot of times over the 5 years I've been involved with the bananas. So there is no tarp anymore. It doesn't exist. It can rain for 10 hours and then be dry for 30 minutes and we can play. So that's the biggest advantage of having turf. And also you don't have to worry about mounds being messed up. You don't have to worry about painting the field, all that cool stuff. So it's a constant playing field at all times. So that's the good thing. Bad thing, it's a little bit tougher on the joints. Turf in general is just tougher on the body. It's a little bit harder of a surface. You can't go barefoot on it and practice in the summer because it gets very hot. So that's another disadvantage of turf. And as a pitcher, the balls roll faster on the ground, so that's not cool. But overall, I'm very happy with the turf in Savannah. It's so much better than what it used to be. Favorite college football team? Florida Gators. My sister went to Florida. I think that's probably the origin of my fanhood way back in the day. But I don't really follow college. Ever since you go to college, once you go to college, if you're that big of a college fan of a school you didn't go to, it's kind of weird. So as I got into college, I became less and less of a fan. But yeah, if all things equal, if Brown University and Mercer Bears aren't involved, I'm going to go with Florida Gators. What's your go-to music playlist to listen to before game, during practice, or just in general? Okay, I don't listen to music that much. Mostly I listen to podcasts. Joe Rogan, Pardon My Take. What's another podcast I listen to? The Golden Hour. A lot of MMA, and then I listen to Pardon My Take just so I can keep up with everything that's going on in sports besides MMA. So when I do listen to music, though, it's country. Turnpike Troubadours, Tyler Childers' old stuff, Coulter Wall. Yeah, musicians like that. I love country music. Do you have any unique rituals or superstitions that you follow before a game that help you get in the zone? In banana ball, it's so much different because you don't have a lot of time. It's very fast-paced, and you got to spend a lot of time doing other dances and videos and all that kind of stuff like that. But back in normal baseball, if I was playing normal baseball, I had to get a workout in, and I had to eat the same thing every start. It's changed throughout the years, but a big, giant meal early in the day on start day is priority number one. Getting a nice, good workout in is priority number two. And yeah, that's my only two superstitions. What was your very first job? The very first thing I got paid for was I think I did it one time. I worked at a chicken farm where you catch chickens and put them in crates to be shipped off. It was 5 hours. It was hell. You couldn't go to the crates until you had 4 chickens in each hand. I got paid $100 for 5 hours, so pretty good in high school. That was the first thing I got paid to do. One summer, I worked with my buddy doing like maintenance for some dental office. Worked for a few weeks there when I was in high school. Obviously, I played indie ball and banana ball, and then for 5 months in my first professional offseason, I did construction work with a general contracting company. I learned some cool stuff there. But yeah, I haven't had much real world experience. If you could be Jesse Cole for one day, what would you do differently on game day? I would get rid of the ball four sprint. Think about walks. So walks are boring. 100%. Very boring. So the point of ball four sprints was get rid of the boringness of walks. But now our defense on ball four sprints has gotten so good, it's almost just as boring. And as a pitcher, they ruin your outings. That would be my one tweak. If I was Jesse Cole, I would just say, you know what, let's just do walks again. What was your favorite thing to do around Atlanta while you were there? Easy answer. So, Bill Arroy somehow, some way knew the people at Sitka, and if you don't know Sitka, it is a hunting brand, a very, very luxury hunting brand, very expensive stuff. I've never bought any stuff from them. But somehow Bill Arroy knew a guy that knew a guy at the Sitka store there, which is at the Battery at Atlanta Braves Stadium. So they had us in, gave us some free stuff, gave us some fat discounts, so we kind of balled out at the Sitka store in Atlanta. So that was pretty much the only thing I did in Atlanta, and that was awesome. So big shout out to those guys over at Sitka at the Battery. The only other thing I did in Atlanta was I think we went to PBR at the Battery. That was fun, but typical PBR. It's very PBR the bar, not the professional bull riding, which is what I thought it was at first. So PBR the bar, they're very similar, all the ones around, but it was fun. All the boys got in there, had fun. Since your favorite Pokemon is Bulbasaur, do you play Pokemon Go? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. So on the broadcast, it says that my favorite Pokemon is so and so, and it's not. And I don't even know what Pokemon are. So I don't know if you guys ever see the broadcast say anything about me and Pokemon. I don't know if they're playing a joke on me or playing a joke on us, but it's fake news. I know nothing about Pokemon. And no, I do not play Pokemon Go. Sorry. If you want a pitcher, what position would you play? Will you ever step up to the plate? So I am a two-way player. I hit, I pitch. I gave up hitting last year because I didn't love it in banana ball. I didn't like the way. I didn't enjoy it, and I was just a starting pitcher, so I was just like, I'll just focus on pitching for now. But I have played outfield. I have played first base. I have played second base, both collegiately and professionally. I've never played shortstop professionally. I've never played third. Never played third professionally, and I never caught professionally. But everywhere else, center, right, left, second, first, pitcher, I've played. So one day I'm going to hit again. I'm thinking once we get this banana ball league started, I come back and start hitting for real. What was your favorite moment from Atlanta? I would say my favorite moment from Atlanta was when I saw myself on the Jumbotron, probably, when I was getting introduced as a starting pitcher. That was cool. The whole weekend in Atlanta was awesome. I mean, we had the best food we've ever had. Both, I mean, in the locker room, we had like a private chef that made incredible food all weekend. The Battery was right there, so the Plaza Parties was awesome. It was clean, it was safe. It was packed. Both games were packed. The stadium's incredible. City's incredible. I think if you polled everybody in Banana Ball what was their favorite point so far in the year, it was Atlanta. It was awesome. The food, the people, the staff. It was all awesome. Sitka was awesome. Yeah, they really took care of us, and it was awesome. What song will be played when the Party Animals are the headliner? We all know Yellow sucks. That's true. Yellow does suck. And it'll be Don't Stop Believin'. I don't know who sings Don't Stop Believin'. Who sings Don't Stop Believin'? That's a terrible thing that I don't know that. Journey. Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. That's our song. So for the Party Animals headlining tour, the first half of for the first few games, it was Raise Your Glass by Pink. We all had like solo cups, and it was Raise Your Glass. I never heard that song before, and it wasn't very good. So we pivoted to Don't Stop Believing, and it was way better. So we're definitely going to keep that. I actually haven't been told that we're keeping that, but I would assume we are. It was awesome. Everyone loved it. Way better than Yellow. Way better than Raise Your Glass. So I'm hoping we keep that. Did you think that losing your shorts was going to be as big as it was? Did you read the comments? Did you purposely have number 17 wear shorts to throw us off? Will you ever do this again? Jeez. Yeah. So full story on the shorts. So I wear shorts when I pitch, if you didn't know that. Breaking news. In Tampa, a foul ball hit me, that rack hit when I wasn't paying attention, right in the inside of the leg, and it created a bruise that was probably this big. That bruise was very ugly, so I wanted to cover it up, and April Fool's was coming up, so I kind of parlayed it into a joke saying I was done with the short shorts, and I was only wearing pants from here on out, just until the bruise was gone. K Club, everyone in my comments was freaking out. People were pissed. So no, I didn't think people would get that pissed. I knew a few people would be like upset just because they're so used to me wearing short shorts. But yeah, it was pretty wild. I even had I had Jesse come up to me and ask me what the deal with the shorts was because everybody was asking him. I had the president, Jared Orton, come up to me and say that the YouTube stream was fired up and K Club was fired up about your shorts, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, the bruise went away and I put the shorts back on. So April Fool's. What is something you want to work on? Definitely backflips. 2 years ago, I sprained my ankle right after I learned how to do backflips. I haven't really done backflips since. So I'm hoping if my body stays healthy and everything's A-okay, I'm going to start backflipping again. Hopefully going to get real good at backflips. I'll say my point of emphasis over the rest of this year will be backflips and YouTube content, more long-form content. I'm trying to get into long-form content and creating it in ways that aren't just my Tuesday vlogs, which I love. So I'm going to keep doing the Tuesday vlogs. I'm going to keep doing short-form content every day. But I'm hoping to create some more long form content as 2025 wraps up, and backflips, so stay tuned. What are your favorite snacks given by fans? Do you have a favorite gift received from a fan? Well, if you see these neon signs, these were all gifts by fans. I love those. I actually have another one that says Party Animals on the ground. I just don't have another outlet for it. So I love those gifts. Neon signs are cool. Most artwork's cool, like pictures, artwork, stuff like that. As far as snacks go, Diet Cokes and Kit Kats. You can never go wrong with Diet Cokes and Kit Kats. How long have you been doing jiu-jitsu? I've been doing jiu-jitsu now for 3 years. I started doing jiu-jitsu 2022, the 7-City World Tour. Me and Dan started doing jiu-jitsu at 10th Planet Savannah here in, obviously, Savannah. So we've been doing it on and off for about 3 years. Obviously, with our travel and banana ball and all that stuff, it kind of gets it gets hard to really do it. But we've trained at gyms across the entire country. We're both blue belts now, and yeah, it's kind of cool. We started at the same time. We're still going. I actually just got back from class with Dan tonight, so it's been cool. It's definitely been one of the most addicting things I've ever done. It's right up there with hunting, right up there with working out. It's crazy. Like, once you start doing it, once you get your butt whooped for days and days and weeks and months, and then you finally start to be able to do that to someone else, it's very addicting. And then also, you're still getting your butt whooped every day because everyone you're training with that used to beat you up is getting better as well. You never really beat them up. You kind of just beat up the new people and people you started similar to. But yeah, jiu-jitsu's the GOAT. You talk a lot about UFC and jiu-jitsu. Would you ever consider fighting? Not right now while I'm playing, but I do low-key. This is very low-key and not 100%. I could very easily back out of this, but I always thought it would be cool to have one fight. One full-on MMA fight. Me, another dude, in a cage, no headgear, no protective equipment, just gloves. I think that would be a cool thing. It's kind of like riding a bull, skydiving, even though I would never skydive. I would ride a bull. But one fight would be sick. It would not be sick if I got my ass whooped. I'd say since I started jiu-jitsu, I thought it would be cool to have one fight. Will I do it? I don't know. I would say it's a 10% chance I do it. As long as I'm playing banana ball, which I plan to play for a long time, that will not be in my cards. So, but as far as a career go, no. I would never consider fighting as a career. One, I'm 27 now, so I started too late. The odds of me being able to actually make money is astronomically low. So I would take a whole bunch of brain damage and body damage for no reason. But yeah, one fight, I think that'd be sick. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned some things about me that you didn't know. I've been trying to do these Q&A sessions more and more over the past few weeks. The season has gotten extremely busy, and it's only going to get busier, so I don't know how many of them I'll actually do. I'll use this to plug the members channel one more time. 777 Squad. Click the join button below this video. I do members-only videos, members-only live streams, members-only shorts. No pressure, but more content if you're interested. Click the join button below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week at 8 o'clock. Deuces.